Most people don't lose discipline because life gets harder. They lose it because motivation disappears. One day the fire is there, the excitement, the intent, the plans, and the next day it's gone, leaving you staring at the same old habits that were supposed to be gone by now. If that feels familiar, you're not failing. You're simply building your life on something unstable. Miyamoto Musashi knew this centuries ago. He became the greatest samurai philosopher not through motivation, but through a system of discipline that worked even on the days he felt nothing. And this wisdom still applies today, because in the modern world, discipline collapses for the same reasons it did back then. People start strong, hit resistance, disappear back into old patterns. Daniel was one of them. A normal man who wanted to get his life together, but couldn't stay consistent for more than a few days. He wasn't lazy, he wasn't weak. He was simply relying on motivation. The one thing Musashi never depended on. Everything changed the moment he stopped chasing motivation and started applying the principles you're about to learn. Lesson 1. Earth. The courage to see where you actually stand. Daniel thought he was doing okay. He worked hard, stayed busy, filled his days with tasks, emails, messages, projects, errands. He believed he was disciplined because he was exhausted. But Earth teaches the first truth of discipline. Busy is not disciplined. Busy is just noisy. Musashi wrote that a warrior must know the smallest things and the biggest things, which means you must understand the tiny habits shaping your days and the true direction of your life as a whole. When Daniel finally examined his days honestly, with no excuses, he found something uncomfortable. He wasn't productive. He was distracted. His phone stole hours. His tabs stole focus. His mind was scattered. And the painful part was this: he wasn't lacking time. He was leaking time. Earth teaches that discipline begins the moment you confront your reality without defending yourself. Not who you wish you were, but who you actually are. That honesty reshaped Daniel's entire perspective. He realized discipline wasn't a battle against time. It was a battle against delusion. Until you face your truth, you can't change it. Lesson 2. Water. The discipline of adaptation, not force. Once, Daniel saw the truth. He did what everyone does. He tried to fix everything overnight. He built the perfect schedule: 5 a.m. wake up, long workouts, hours of deep work, meditation, reading, no distractions. It lasted one morning. Water teaches the opposite of this. Musashi wrote that water takes the shape of whatever holds it, meaning discipline must be flexible against resistance, not rigid. Daniel learned that small steps weren't signs of weakness. They were the only path forward. 5 focused minutes instead of an hour, 10 push-ups instead of an entire workout, 1 page instead of a chapter. Water flows around obstacles. It doesn't fight them head-on. In discipline, this means reduce the task until you cannot fail it, repeat it until you cannot avoid it, then increase it until you cannot believe what you've become. By flowing instead of forcing, Daniel found momentum where motivation had always collapsed. Lesson 3. Fire. Refining yourself, not burning yourself. As Daniel flowed into better habits, small workouts, focused work blocks, fewer distractions, he saw something dangerous: progress. Because the moment progress appears, comparison appears with it. Someone was stronger, someone richer, someone faster, someone younger and already ahead. Fire shows up here, not as inspiration, but as emotional heat, frustration, envy, self-disgust, insecurity. But Musashi didn't teach suppressing fire, he taught aiming it. Fire refines metal, fire refines discipline. When Daniel felt that internal spark, the voice saying, "You're not enough," he changed the target. Not, "I'm terrible," but, "I refuse to stay where I am." Not self-hatred, self-direction. Fire, when aimed, becomes fuel. Daniel began converting every frustration into tomorrow's task. More reps, tighter focus, better planning. Fire became propulsion. Lesson 4. Wind. Staying a student, not a master. Months passed, and Daniel became consistent. He woke up earlier, worked deeper, exercised daily, ate cleaner, became sharper. And then he made the classic mistake. He thought he was done. Wind teaches that mastery is never finished. Musashi spent decades studying different schools, different techniques, different philosophies, not to copy them, but to stay humble. The greatest danger of progress is believing you no longer need the habits that created it. So Daniel returned to learning. Books, mentors, better strategies, people far beyond his level. Every time he learned something new, he rediscovered how much he still didn't know. Wind keeps you grounded, wind keeps you in motion, wind keeps you honest. Discipline thrives when curiosity stays alive. Lesson 5, Void, living beyond motivation, beyond effort. The void is the hardest lesson because it cannot be explained, only lived. There comes a moment when discipline stops feeling like a battle and starts feeling like identity, not because life is easy, but because struggle becomes natural. Daniel eventually reached the point Musashi wrote about, the point where you stop waiting for things to get easier. They don't. You get stronger. You don't chase motivation. You don't negotiate with yourself. You don't search for reasons. You simply do what you do because it's who you are. This is the void. The quiet power of consistency without emotion. The calm strength of action without drama. The subtle confidence of becoming someone you once believed was impossible. Lesson 6. The Modern Warrior's Rule. Track the truth. One thing carried through Daniel's entire journey, tracking. Not to obsess over numbers, but to stay aligned with reality. Musashi practiced calligraphy, drawing, swordwork, meditation, each one a mirror that reflected his current state. Tracking your actions makes the invisible visible. Your habits become honest. Your patterns become clear. Your progress becomes undeniable. Discipline thrives in clarity. It rots in vagueness. In the modern world, this is your sword. Lesson 7. The final seal. Let the practice become the reward. Musashi didn't train to win. He trained because training was the way. Daniel eventually realized the same truth. The workout is the reward. The deep work is the reward. The early morning is the reward. The self-respect you feel after doing the hard thing, that is the reward. Discipline becomes unbreakable when the process itself becomes meaningful, when you stop chasing outcomes and start honoring the practice. Not because it's easy, because it's yours. The side of yourself you haven't met yet. If you take anything from Musashi's teachings, let it be this. Discipline isn't a personality trait, it's a practice. And a practiced identity will always overpower a temporary feeling. When motivation disappears, discipline carries you. When energy disappears, strategy carries you. When comfort calls, purpose carries you. Most people never meet the strongest version of themselves, not because it's hidden, but because they never stay consistent long enough to reach it. The rings are not philosophy, they're a path. Earth, see yourself clearly. Water, adapt intelligently. Fire, aim your emotional energy. Wind, remain a student. Void, become the person who acts without needing motivation. Daniel found that version of himself. You can too, not someday, not eventually. Today, by walking the way.